Hey YouTube, it's Mitch at MyMind.com. Today we're going to be doing the top 30 tweaks released in July 2014. The first one we're looking at is called Hidden Call Log 7. This does require iOS 7. There's no settings or anything to configure. You simply just install it and it simply hides all of your call logs. If you open your phone app, you'll see there's nothing in the all or the miss now. It's simply gone. That way, if you've got numbers you don't want anybody to see, simply install the tweak and be on your merry way. The next one we're going to be talking about is called Scrub Radio. Scrub Radio is an iTunes radio tweak, and what it does, it's free as well. It lets you scrub your iTunes radio just like you would your music app. You have unlimited skips, and the music loads much faster. So if we go into the music app here, and inside here we're going to go to iTunes Radio, which that's where we are right now, and I'm just going to select Bon Jovi because that's one of the, okay, you hear it playing, so I'm going to turn it down. So you can see we can skip, and it loads up almost immediately. Okay, also you can take your finger if you want to scrub through up here at the top. You can do that as well with no problems. That's Scrub Radio, and it's free. The next one we're looking at is called Unlimited Photos, and this one requires iOS 7 too. You know, most of these that we're looking at today are iOS 7 applications, or tweaks. Unlimited Photos, this is requires iOS 7, you see, and it allows you to send a large number of photos. It removes that 5 or 6 photo limit, whatever it is that Apple has put on it. So if we go into our message app here, and I'm just going to send them right back to myself, and you'll see here that we are able to send a large number by just going in here, camera roll. Now you can see we can select as many as we want to. So let's go to cancel, and we're going to go choose, and for some reason that's not working right. Next one we're looking at is Unlimited Photos. It allows you to send as many photos as you want to using your Photos app. So if we wanted to, we could go in here and open our Photos app up and tap the select up here, and then just go to select whatever photos you want. And you know, normally Apple only allows, I think it's like 5 or 6. You see we have well over that. Tap the share button, mail, whatever you want to send it through. Now you can see that all those photos are listed down through there, every one of them, and we could just put in any email address and send it on its way. That's called Unlimited Photos. The next one we're going to look at here is called Powertap. It gives you more options when you are trying to power off. So now we have the slide to power off option. If we tap the little circle in the slider up there, we'll get another option. Now if we wanted to reboot, we could tap to reboot, or slide to reboot, slide to respring, slide for safe mode, and then it goes right back to slide to power off. So it gives you a lot more options all wrapped up in that one tweak or one slider, as opposed to having 4 or 5 different sliders down through there. Just looks a lot better. That's called Powertap. This one's called Colorbar, guys, and it allows you to change the color of your status bar to just about whatever you want to. If you go in here to Colorbar, you'll see what it is I mean, and we'll scroll down here to Colorbar, and it does require a respring. If you change the color, you can change the background and the foreground, and you can also change the lock screen status bar height, which is something that I prefer to change myself. Here you can go in and choose from any of these colors here for the foreground, any of these colors for the background, and it just gives you a lot of options. As you can see, I have it white or red and black, so just fix it to how you want to. That's called Colorbar. This one here, guys, that we're looking at is called Hermes, and it's a quick reply. You see I got the little quick reply box already popped up and showing here on the screen. All I did was send myself a message, and you can do this with the message app and also with WhatsApp and Kick as well. And it's a very cool tweak, guys. Definitely one you would want to definitely check out. And if we go in here and just send something else, you'll see I get a little reply over here, and I can tap that and I get my reply box. That's called Hermes, and it's definitely a tweak that you want to check out. This one is called Hudspeed, and what it does is it increases your animation for your HUD, and it's free. So if we go in here to Hudspeed, you'll see that we have a couple things. You can change the speed in here. We'll have it enabled here. You have a slider that you can increase and decrease the speed. So I'm going to turn the speed very fast or long. I guess you could see it stays much longer. And here we'll see as soon as I release the volume button, it's going away. So you could set it to whatever you want it to, somewhere in the middle. That's called Hudspeed, and it's free. The next one we're going to talk about is called Handydialer, and Handydialer is $3.99 in the Big Boss repo. And what this does is it enhances your mobile phone app by adding several features to it. And it says there's no settings to configure. And after opening your mobile phone app, you'll see there's a tiny search button up at the top. So if we open this up here, you'll see up at the top we have a little on and off toggle here. We can tap that to turn this on and off, the little hourglass up there. So now if we wanted to enter in a number or whatever, the last name, say Smith. So let's type Smith out on the keypad, and it will give us the name up there of who we're looking for. So Smith will be 7MI, and you can see that we get T. Now there's already a Smith listed, and it's showing me that I have, that's 1 out of 8 showing. And if I wanted to see those, all I would have to do is just tap on those, and I get a drop down, and it shows everybody that's listed on my phone with the last name Smith. Very awesome, cool tweak, guys. It's a little more expensive, but it's definitely one that if you want to enhance your phone app, it's worth checking out. Another awesome tweak that we need to check out is called Equalizer Everywhere. And you can see right here we have all these equalizer sliders in here under the settings we can change. We have presets we can choose. Now all this is going to be available no matter where you are that you have audio, whether it's in your phone app, your music app. If you get a audio message in your message app, it's going to be in there as well. So if we go in here, I'm going to show you Equalizer Everywhere is available in Big Boss for $3, and it works with Spotify, iFile, SoundCloud, YouTube, all of them to use. It's called Equalizer Everywhere, and it's $3. Notify Wi-Fi 7, guys. It gives you a notification for the white listed, white listed connections. Those are the connections that you want it to give you, that you don't want to be notified of. Those connections are okay. When you get connected from a blacklist, it says when SSID is registered into a blacklist and connects with the SSID, that automatically turns your Wi-Fi off, and then it will automatically notify you as well. The next one we're looking at is called Filzilla File Manager. I think I said that correctly. Guys, this is a very awesome tweak. It's called Filzilla File Manager. Let's go in here and let me show you where it is. Right here, Filzilla File Manager. It's $6, but you do get a trial period with it if you want to just try it out. This is just about like iFile for the world. It just allows you to read all these different types of files listed here. It's a hex editor as well, and an IPA installer, a deb installer. If you want to try to install a tweak that's not been posted on Cydia or something yet, you could use files of File Manager to do that. It says you can explore files in list view, mode, or grid. That's going to be whatever you prefer. It's just powerful files, copy, and move design. It lets you move things around, compress and decompress files, so you can email or move things that are around and not be such large files. Very cool tweak, guys. Definitely one you want to have in your arsenal at all times. The next one's called Notify Wi-Fi 7. It's 99 cents in the Big Boss repo. What this does, guys, is it sends you a notification when you connect to different Wi-Fi networks, and it states here that if you connect to a blacklisted connection, that it will automatically turn your Wi-Fi connection off. That way you won't, it won't connect. And it's just, this is a pretty big tweak here, or pretty big tweak, and one you want to definitely check out. It'll help you get more control over your Wi-Fi connections and let you know where you're connecting, and that way you can choose whether you want it to connect or not. Maybe you don't want to connect when you go to the coffee shop. This will let you know and keep you from connecting when you go there. That way no one could actually come onto your phone and jeopardize any of your connections or files if you didn't want them on there. That would be a situation where you could use this. Pretty cool tweak, guys. Check it out. This one's called Dathkeys, and you can get it for $1.50 in Big Boss Repo. It allows you to customize your keyboard to be different colors, and you can change the highlighted keys, the glow underneath the keys, it states. So let's go in here and look at some of the settings for Dathkeys, and we'll go in here and look, and it states here that keys and highlighted text. I'm going to turn the red on and leave everything else off. Guys, what we're going to do to change this up, we're going to go into Dathkeys settings here. We're going to go to presets, and we're going to choose the red, and it requires a respring. We've already resprung. We're coming back into the notes application now, and we're going to pull up our keyboard, and you see we have a very red looking keyboard. Okay, looks pretty awesome though, to say the least. Keys look pretty nice. If you hold down, you can still see the letters, and the glow underneath them is even red. It's called Dathkeys. Check it out. It's called Glow Board. You can get it free in the Big Boss repo, and what this does, it adds a glow around any of your apps that have notifications, and it adds a little bounce to them. And you'll see now that I have a little bounce there on my mail because I have a notification of 3 listed there, and you can see that the App Store is pulsating because it has a notification of 12, and ModMy has new notifications there, but I have the badges turned off, so that's the reason why you don't see anything there. This is called Glow Board, and it is a free tweak, guys, believe it or not. Customize LS is free in the Big Boss repo. It allows you to turn things on and off on your lock screen simply by going into the settings menu, scrolling down to Customize LS. In here you can turn your slider off even if you want to. You can change the date position. Here's hide disable for all these different tweaks or settings. If you don't want those, just simply flip the toggle on and it'll get rid of it for you. Very awesome tweak and a necessary one for anybody that's theming. This tweak is called Daydreaming for iOS, and it's $2. And what it does, it adds a screensaver to your iOS device. And we'll go ahead and go in here to the screensaver, and it takes it 30 seconds to start up. So what I'm going to do is speed this up a little bit. And this is what it looks like after the 30 seconds has been spent. You see I have it set so it looks like snow falling here. Very nice effect. Something unique and different. And inside here also, guys, you can go to your settings, and if you don't want it to run when the battery's low, you can turn that option on, and you can change some of the things up in here just to play around with it, get it like you want it. And that's called Daydreaming. This one's YouTube Essentials, guys. It's free in the Big Boss repo, and it lets you run your YouTube app in the background even when it's closed. That way you can put your phone in your pocket, still listen to your favorite music as you're walking down the street or whatever. But due to how I'm recording this video, I can't show you by closing my YouTube app. It won't allow me to do that with AirPlay running. Anyway, that's called YouTube Essentials, and it's free. This one's called Aslock, and you can get it for $1 in the Big Boss repo. What this does, it allows you to pull down normally where Spotlight would be to lock your device, like so. So if you don't use Spotlight, then install this tweak. It's a shortcut to locking your device, and it's very much easier, to say the least, than hitting your power button every single time. It does have a few settings though. Pretty awesome tweak, guys. Guys, that's been a long. Get this for 99 cents in the Big Boss repo, and it is compatible with 64-bit devices, and it does require iOS 7 and above. Now what this does, guys, is a pretty awesome little tweak. I'll just tell you, it adds up to 9 different applications directly to your lock screen, and you can open these from your lock screen. Go into settings, go to lock launcher. When you're in here, here's the show apps by default. If you want them to always be on your lock screen, you need to turn that on. If you don't want them to always be on your lock screen, you can turn that off. I've only chosen 3, and I did that so I could choose a couple with you guys. Tap on any square that you want to fill, and it doesn't matter which app we put in there. We're just doing this for video anyway. But now anything you do in here requires a respring. So now we're going to go ahead and respring, and when we come back up, we're going to have the 5 different applications on the lock screen instead of where we just had 3 before. So see, now my apps are not going to be there by default now. So they're not there on my lock screen. I have to tap the little triangle there to get them. Now anything you want to open up, I'm going to tap calculator as you just saw, and it will open right up. And guys, it's just an awesome tweak. I think it's one that everybody can get some use out of, and it's only $1. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Looking at QuickFolders, this is a new Cydia tweak in the Big Boss repo. You can get it for $1.99. What it does, it adds some gestures to your folders when you open them. Let me show you what I mean by that. You can assign different options to do different things in here. First of all, it'll be easy. Just probably go into settings and open up QuickFolders, and in your options here. So let's go in here now and look at the gestures. The gestures for your folders are swipe up, down, left, right, tap, and double tap. Now inside each of your gestures, you have an option to open the first icon, second icon, last icon, wiggle mode, open the folder, and open nested folders. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at how this works. One of the main things I'm going to show you about this tweak that I like better than anything, if you just hold your finger down on the folder, it will open, but nothing happens until you put your finger over an icon and release. Then it will open that icon. I like that feature very, very well. Now, what this does, if you swipe down over your folders, it will actually open up. But I have run into that problem you see right there. When I swipe down, it also pulls my search spotlight down, and then it sort of interferes with how this works here. And you can see that I am swiping down, but there doesn't seem to be anything going on. Now let's go in here and look at this. You can also swipe up and open. It works a little bit better than swiping down actually, because you don't have that interference with spotlight. But then again, you can see I'm swiping up and it's not really doing what it says it's supposed to do. You can also swipe left and right, and when you try to swipe left and right, I run into that problem of it trying to switch pages on me. But guys, if it doesn't do anything else, to me it's worth getting just for having the ability to open your folders like that, and then to hover over an app and it opens that app. I just really think that's an awesome feature. DailyWallpaper, you can get this in the Big Boss repo, and it does require iOS 7. And what it does, guys, is it downloads wallpapers from Bing, and it does that each day at midnight. It changes it, and you can assign it to put that wallpaper on the home screen or the lock screen or both, or just one or the other, however you want to set it up. You go into DailyWallpaper here, and you can choose whether you only want it to download when it's on Wi-Fi, which is what I have it set to. And you can see it also has an enable disable toggle, of course, and you can choose high quality retina display wallpaper, which is what I needed because I have the iPhone 5, and that would go for the 5S users as well. Here's where you can apply it to the lock screen or the home screen or both, and you can choose which region you want to download it from, and that's the region that it uses, the time zone it will use from that region at midnight. So you know, it'll download a different time if you're in the United States at midnight versus Australia midnight. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to update it, just whenever you want to update it, just hit update now, and it'll go ahead and update those right then. And if you find one that you really like, you can download it directly to your and save it to your camera roll. All you have to do is just go in here to hit save to camera roll right there, and it will save those directly to your camera roll. Now we can open this up here, and I'll show you that it did save that to my camera roll. Right there it is. It's pretty awesome, guys. Check it out. ConvoProtect. You can get this for $1.99 in the Big Boss repo. What this is, guys, it's a very good security measure for people who want to hide text messages, phone numbers, anything of that nature. I'll show you a little bit about it. So first thing I want to share with you here is how you can hide and unhide different things in here. See, I don't have any type of preview listed for Anthony or, well, anything else. Now I have another person listed here that I have hidden, but I'm going to show you that just in a moment. But you see that the conversation that Anthony and I was having is now private. You can't see that, and I did that using this tweak. Now, if I wanted to completely hide Anthony's name, I could do that as well, but that wasn't what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to show you this was something different. Going in here is where you have all the actual settings of ConvoProtect, and you have a toggle switch, auto accept. That just means when you get finished typing your password in, it will automatically hit the enter button. You don't have to hit it. Here's a number keypad you can use if you wish to. Down here's the meat and potatoes of the tweak. Hide last text for none, only locked, or all conversations. And right now I have it set on only locked. Okay, and I'll show you why just in a second. Locked numbers, here they are, and I have entered in my email address here. It's probably blurred out for you guys for sensitivity of other numbers, but that's not important. Any number you put in there, any email or whatever, it will lock that number, and I'm going to show you how that works. And you can set a toggle, an activator up as well down here to hide the settings and to turn things on and off using that activator. So now when we go into our messages here, you see there's no listing for iPhone Captain. Okay, I'm going to go back out and hit the activator that I set up, which is just simply triple press. And when we come back in now, magically the iPhone Captain conversation now appears, but they want a password. Okay, my password is just simply 1234. Okay, once it's entered, you see I didn't have to hit return or anything. That's what that auto enter up there at the top meant. Now it opened my conversation up directly. Now you can see it listed here in the messages part too. All that was set up done using this tweak, guys. You can use it with Kick, WhatsApp, your messages app on your phone, and you just simply need to dive in here, figure out how to use it. It's not difficult at all. Here's where you would set your main password up, then just hit the save, and then you'd be on your way to using it just exactly how I just showed you some of the features that you would have using ConvoProtect. It's a very awesome tweak, guys,
For $1.99, you definitely can't beat it. Check it out.
Today we're looking at bluePill. This is $1.99, and what this does is it enhances your Facebook and Messenger experience. It adds several features that you should already have there all the time. It enables them to be there all the time. Let me show you what I mean by that. If we open up our settings here, you'll see what it is I'm talking about. And here at the top you have disable VoIP, voice over internet protocol. It states that this is always running in the background. I really didn't know this, and it drains your battery power. This little toggle switch will turn that off and prevent your battery from being depleted so fast. Here's our graph search. It's an experimental mobile Facebook feature. I really don't know anything about this, and it says, you know, just what the developer writes up about. It's all I know, really. Here's send unlimited photo. We knew that you couldn't send but 6 photos in the iMessage, but now they have that same restriction on Facebook as well. This removes that, and here you get some more settings under the more option. We'll take a look at that, and you get a full screen mode. It disables read receipts. If you don't want people to know that you have read their message, then this would be something you would need. And here, the disable the typing indicator, that, you know, the little thing that shows that you're getting somebody's typing you a message back. That's what that's referring to. Hide the tab bar labels at the bottom. That makes the full screen larger. We'll look at that. Stop video autoplay. I know all of you have opened up your news feed on Facebook and had a video start playing. That's real annoying. I do not like that. You can disable that. You can enable HD media all the time. Here you can turn stealth mode on. This will prevent people from being able to know that you've read their messages, like I was talking about earlier. Does the same thing on Messenger. Pretty much you got the same settings down here for Messenger as you did for Facebook. But we'll go on in here. You can hide your location button down here is one of the things that's different. Now, if we open Facebook up and the screen is larger, you see up at the top, the page goes all the way through the status bar. Even there's not even a status bar up there. So that makes that, you know, a lot more space actually it gives you to see that. But guys, that's bluePill. Like I said, it's $1.99. Hey YouTube, it's Mitch at modbuy.com. Today we're looking at Portrait Lock. This is a free tweak in the Big Boss repo. What it does is it automatically enables your rotation lock when you open certain apps. You can go into the settings menu here and open up Portrait Lock right here. Go to enabled apps and turn on the rotation lock for any app that you want to specify. Now I have chosen Shadow Fight 2. Right now it is not enabled, so when we open up Shadow Fight 2, now when we start trying to play the game, you see how it's flipping and flopping like so. Okay, alright, if you had rotation lock enabled, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So let's go in here and select Storm. Let's see, Shadow Fighters, where they at? Shadow Fight 2 right here. Now when we go back in here, our rotation is locked. No matter how we spin our phone, the screen does not flip and flop like it normally would do. Then you'd have to flip it around the other way to try to play it. Anyway guys, it's pretty awesome. And then when you come back out of this app, whatever state the rotation lock was in, whether you had it enabled, disabled, it goes right back to like it previously was before you entered the app. And at Private SMS 7, this is a free tweak in the Big Boss repo. What it does, it hides all your conversations in your mobile app, SMS app, and it makes the compose button and the search bar useless, it states. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it does. And if we open up our message app now, you see that we have no messages there. But if we were to edit, tap edit and unhide, it brings all those back. Okay, edit, hide, hides them again, edit, unhide, brings them back. Okay, now we're going to hide them, and now when I tap the compose button up here, nothing is happening, and you see. Okay, so that makes it useless, it says. And it's a pretty cool way to hide your messages if you don't want people going snooping through them. You know, like when you leave your phone laying around or something like that. This way they couldn't really open up your message app and get no information, because when they open the message app, it goes straight to that screen. And there's really no settings or anything like that to configure. You simply just install it, use it. Please hit that thumbs up button. I work really hard. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and keep coming back.